So let's now talk about the most important thing: how to optimize your content for AEO for different platforms. This is one of the most practical slides in the entire course, because your content structure is where you can already start like as a foundation for your AEO strategy. Some best practices here. First one, chunk your content, which means a stronger content is actually divided into different sections. Each sections or each chunk should be self-explanatory. So you should actually consider each section as a mini blog or a micro blog, and then see if it answers everything entirely within this session. Not for the main topic, but then at least the subtopics should be self-explanatory. And it's like it has to have its own main point, supporting context, and so on, so that the AI systems can actually extract or go directly to the relevant section and still get all the information that it wants only from this section. Second one is use descriptive headers. So don't be very overly clever with subheadings. A heading should tell both the reader and the AI system exactly what the next section is about. So clear headings will reduce the confusion for both human readers as well as the AI reader, and it will improve extractability for AI. Third one is more about adding bullets or lists or tables, numbered lists, and so on. Because AI systems actually respond very well to these formats, especially for steps, recommendations, factors, checklists, and so on. So if your content answers a common question, then a bullet list is an easy target for citation. And then also tables. Like when you compare a table is like a pricing table. There's a comparison, or you compare, let's say, 5 AEO platforms. Then it's easy for AI to take the right context here as well. And then summarize first. So when you start the page, always add a summary. That summary of the core content of the page. Also add the results there already. Don't only give the topic, also add the results, because for AI it's very easier if it gets all the information directly from the summary. you know and then next one is more about building a pillar page and the cluster pages. So it's similar to SEO, right? So start with the core let's say pillars, and then it's like a pillar cluster model. So broader pillar page for the main topic, and then support it with several cluster pages that go deeper into specific subtopics. So you have to link them together in both ways. So for example, this will help AI understand the relationships between pages, and it gives more topical depth actually. Next one is more about adding authorship and expertise. So you have to keep refreshing the content. That's quite important as well. Cannot keep the content outdated, and also add author names. It could be a human name, or it could be also like your company name and so on. Because yeah, like for example, AI tends to actually take original content where there is authorship and so on, right? So like real update, real authors, and like statistics, and if you have done some own research, then that gets more priority. Like fresh data, internal insights and perspective, internal perspective, or from your customer perspective, that adds something new to this conversation. So the big lesson from this slide is that AI friendly content is not more of a gimmick content. So it's a well structured, very useful content that is presented in a way that both people and machines can actually understand.